again. Today we're going to talk about template tips in QImage, or to reverse it, QImage tips on templates. The reason this came to light is because I had a friend of mine call me the other day in deep trouble. He couldn't print what he wanted to print, and he was getting himself all mixed up. Well, what is it you wanted to print? Well, it turns out he wanted to print a couple of 3 by 5 pictures. And I said to him on the telephone, 3 by 5, you've got 3.5 by 5, you've got 4 by 5, you've got 2.5 by 3.5, you got all kinds of sizes made for you already. And if this is going to be done often, just right click on any one of those things and change it. Customize the size or add a new size and you're all set. No, 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 no. I only want to do this once. Have to mail some pictures. And that's why I want the 3 by 5, because the 3 by 5 fits in the envelope. Okay, now it's beginning to make sense. So I said, well, what are you doing? He says, well, I made a custom size, 3 by 5, which is what I'm doing right here. 3 by 5, enter specific size. Okay, now that gives me some kind of placemats, really. They're not templates in the sense of what we're talking about. They're placemats. I'm going to show you about what size you're going to get. So if I take this girl and I put her in there, I'm going to get what I asked for, 3 by 5. Okay, and if I take another one and put it someplace else, I'll get 3 by 5. Well, what did he do? I asked him, what did you do? He says, well, I don't know. I didn't do that. I went down to the bottom and I put in a couple of templates. And he said, now if I put a picture on the template, I can move it. I said, well, that doesn't work. I said, you put a picture on a template, you automatically eliminated the template because it wasn't necessary. If you look here, there's one template. If I put a picture in it, it's gone. I just have 4 pictures. So that couldn't be a worthwhile reason. So he said, well, I wanted to move them around because some were turned this way and some were turned that way, okay? So I said, well, that's not the way to do it. Let's do it the right way. Okay, so let's do it the right way. Because it's a very simple thing. He wants a couple of 3 by 5s. Okay, so we just take this, we make a 3 by 5, and he wants one of those, make a 3 by 5, and one of these, we made a 3 by 5, and we're all set. Yeah, but that's not the way I want it. Okay, just kind of click it to select, pull it down here, take her, pull her down here. You can rotate her if you want a little bit like that. So she's rotated, it's overlapping a little bit, over up a little bit. You can do this here or in the editor, either way you want to do it. At any rate, there's no point to it because you're going to cut them anyway, right? So that's why I said, well, what are we worried about rotating? You're going to cut it. Okay, well, it's hard to cut. Okay, well, yeah, if they're butted together, it's hard to cut. Otherwise, it's not hard to cut. But even so, you have a way of turning on cut marks. Okay, so you can add cut marks to the pictures like that. And you see these marks here. That's where you set your cutter to cut it, and you'd be fine and dead. Okay, I think I convinced him on that. But when do you use templates? Why is it there? I mean, it must be a reason. Yep. Okay, I'll show you. Hang on. Okay, so let's see when you use it. Well, I have a little peculiar, little fun hobby I have, and I like to make compiled CDs and DVDs of videos my friends and neighbors take and put them on CDs for them. So I need a template. Well, I could easily say 4.75 by 4.75, tell it that that size print is what I want, because that is the size, but that doesn't come out in the right place. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. I use a setup of a job just because it does a few things for me at one time. When I select this round DVD job, okay, not only do I get the placements, but it also sets my paper for me. So that's why I do it in a job. It changed it to matte paper, and the right profile and so on and so forth. Okay, but let's see why. I go into the page editor and I'll show you the reason why. We're selecting the upper image, okay? And if you look at the upper image, 0.63 is this distance between the top of the image and the edge of the printable area. 0.63 inches, okay? But if we look at the bottom one, it's 0.56 inches from the bottom of the image to the edge of the printable area. Why is it like that? Why isn't it even? Well, I made it that way to match the paper I was buying from Nito, which is DVD labels. And that's the way they are placed on the sheet of paper from Nito. It contains a circle where the absolute perfect spot that you must print, and when you peel that off, it's got a glue backing, and you paste that onto your DVD. So you can't be off a little bit, or the picture will be off the edge of the circle of your DVD. So what happens is when I take something like this, right, and I do that, it's going to print dead center in that circle on the paper. And of course, I put stuff on here, so it's Joe Smith's anniversary picture, whatever I want to do. But that's neither here nor there. It doesn't explain templates. But you can see why I saved this particular one, because of the placement on the page. Okay, but let's get to something more universal than my DVD placement. Okay, hang on a sec and we'll get right to it. Okay, here we are back again with a nice fresh screen. Now, supposing you went to an event like, the championship football game or graduation or something like that, and you're taking pictures of your siblings, your children, your uncle, whoever it happens to be, and it's quite an event. Not only pictures of yours, but your friends, and his friends, and part of the teammates, and so on and so forth. So you might want to make a little package because you know you're going to be giving that to them, in a little while. You'll hand out, say, here's some of the shots we took of you, right? Well, we have some presets going on here. In QImage, there's a whole bunch of preset layouts for you, preset templates set on a page just to make things easier for you. And this way, you decide how many people you're going to give this to, what size pictures go on this, and how much of each. So let's have a look here and we'll see. Okay, here we go. We have a few preset packages. We have two 3.5 by 5s, and we have 6 wallets, and so on down the line. Let's take something easy. We have 3 4 by 6s and 1 wallet. Okay, you can see that. So we click on that and we say open, and there we are. 3 4 by 6s, okay, and 1 wallet. So you say, okay, well, let's see now. My friend is in this group here. I think it's Tai Chi or something. Okay, so I can take him and stick him in there and put another one in there, and one in here, and a wallet size, we'll just kind of give it a click or a drag. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, now that takes care of him. Okay, that's easy. Now we have another friend who loves the dancing part, so we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we got another page. Automatically, that's page 1 and page 2. And I could keep going some more, can't I, right? We have one with animals. Okay, page 1, page 2, page 3, okay, page 4, whatever you want to put in there. So now we got 4 people, 3 people actually, 4, okay, 1, 2, 3 different sets that you can give out and so on and so forth. Okay, so these are preset templates. Now, let's say that you are very happy with these, but you wish that it wasn't so cornered like that. You'd rather move them around a little bit. Well, let me show you another trick and then we'll be all done with this stuff. Okay, hang in there. Okay, just quickly, on the order of the DVD templates I showed you, you just simply go down to the bottom, find the template thing, set up your size first. I set up 2.5 by 3.5 just arbitrarily. And now I do this and I do this, okay, just for the heck of it. And let's say I want to make something really fancy. I'll give me another one here to play with. So I could take him, select him, move him down this way. I can even leave it overlap if I want to, right? And I take this guy and put him here, and I take this guy and put him here. And you know, you can make another template and just put words in it because they're transparent. So I really could, if I want to, take one of these things here like that, go into the page editor, right click, add floating text, and photo by Fred, or whatever you want to put in here, and that would be part of the text in that picture. And this is invisible, so it doesn't print a red thing with diagonal lines. So you can see where you can put a picture in there, right? Something like this, and it would have the words in it, just like that. Okay, now when you're all done, oh, I like that, I like that. You click the Save button up here, okay? Click the L for layout, like that. Give it a name, and you're all set. Say Save. That saves it, just like we had the ones that came with QImage, that saves it under your particular selected name. But remember, when you go to use it, you have to go through this way, custom and layout. You don't go back to that way. That's only if you want to fix something. Okay, gang, I guess you got a good idea now on when and what you do with templates. So enjoy, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.